Also with us tonight, Trump supporter and Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio, along with Jose Antonio Vargas. He is the editor of EmergingUS and founder of DefineAmerican.com. Great to see you both, Sheriff. I will start with you. Mr. Trump made a lot of promises there, but you heard one of our guests earlier say, who's going to pay for it?
Well, you know, why are we worrying about pay, about money, when we are being flooded with drugs from Mexico and illegal immigrants, crime? So I don't understand the money issue. That really should not be an issue. The issue should be to do something about the problem. At least Donald Trump has a great plan, 10-point plan, which, by the way, is a no-brainer when you really look at every item that he's talking about. But there's one thing that's missing. And it's sort of a personal thing with me because I was the director in Mexico City, head of the federal drug enforcement, and also the border. I can go on and on, Turkey. You have to stop this problem in the foreign country. You have to stop it in Mexico. You have to crack down in Mexico on the drugs and illegal immigration. Now, we talk about the Border Patrol. I would love to see the Border Patrol go across that border bilaterally, work with the Mexican authorities like I did with the Mexican Army, and stop this problem, stop the drug traffic coming across the border. Nobody talks about cracking down in Mexico, including Hillary and Obama. How many times have they ever been to Mexico to talk to the president to crack down on it? No, they don't want to insult that country. So we have to do it over there.
All right, let's bring in Jose here. I got to ask you, do you object to what the sheriff has laid out there about some cross-border cooperation, about very real problems? I mean, when Donald Trump was in Mexico and he talked with the president, they both talked about this traffic is going both ways and it's bad for both countries.
By the way, there is no correlation. There is no study that's been done correlating violence with illegal immigration, right? Undocumented people like me are not causing more violence here in the United States. There's no study that has said that.
Well, but there are families there are families that we heard from who clearly their loved ones would still be alive had the person who killed them not been in this country illegally.
Absolutely, and my compassion and my empathy and my sadness for that, right? Criminals should be deported, absolutely. But the vast majority of the millions of undocumented people in this country are not committing are not killing anybody. We're not murderers. We're not rapists. We're not here to do that. And you talked about magnet, by the way. Here's one magnet. Why is it that we put a sign outside the U.S.-Mexico border that says keep out? And then 10 yards in, what do we say? Help wanted. Right? Like, we are a country addicted to cheap labor. Employers in this country exploit and take advantage of undocumented workers.
Would you agree then that one of the things that would work would be something like E-Verify and requiring it across the board, where if you're going to hire someone, you have to be accountable for their status? Employers to me are the biggest magnet for undocumented workers in this country. And the fact that we as a country are addicted to cheap labor. Well, by the way, as an undocumented worker, I went through E-Verify and it didn't work. Okay,
right? So as an undocumented person in this country, there should be a process for us to know who's here illegally.
Right.
Absolutely.
That would benefit everyone, I think.
I came forward and said I'm here illegally. We need a process. We need to figure this out.
Final quick word here to the sheriff.
Well, you know, the wall is not just for illegal immigration. It's for the drugs destroying our nation, our young people. The heroin has been going on for years and years. Nobody seems to be addressing that problem. It's always illegal immigration. That's important. But don't forget where all the drugs are coming from, destroying our nation's inner city problems. I can go on and on. So let's talk about that.
We got to leave it there, but that is something that Donald Trump and the president of Mexico agreed is a big issue, bad for both countries, and needs to be addressed. Sheriff, Jose, great to see you both.
Thank you.